Good evening, folks, and welcome to Michigan International Speedway on the Bluegrass. Ooh, that that came out so fast. The Bluegrass Truck Series here on the Bluegrass Media page on YouTube and Facebook. Whew, I was trying to say all that in like one word, so it was coming out very quick. But either way, hope you guys are enjoying your Tuesday up to this point, and hope you're sitting back with your beverage, with some snacks, maybe dinner, depending on where you're at on the this part in the country. But either way, hope you are enjoying yourselves, and yeah, thank you for joining us here as we are under qualifying. As you're out on board with that number 36 up, Trent Cameron. We'll see how that driver can get himself rolling here, as he is currently sitting in that like 17 million way tie for that 11th place position in points. So you go on here to that 53, Jimmy Johnson, watching him take his out lap. Oh yeah, Jason Collins, I remember, and Darius Boyd. That was the accidents during like the first 10. So yeah, Jason Collins. Sorry about that, folks. Jason Collins, Jeremiah Hobbs. They will, or it wasn't Jeremiah Hobbs, excuse me, or Darius Boyd. Jeremiah Hobbs. I think Darius Boyd drives the 10 in Cup, doesn't he? I said the 10. Either way, the 10 to Jeremiah Hobbs. I was saying that was Darius Boyd, but Darius Boyd drives the DoorDash 10 in Cut Series, so sorry about that. Either way, Jeremiah Hobbs, Jason Collins will not be able to qualify this week due to incidents at New Hampshire last week. And Jimmy Johnson set himself in the fastest lap, currently 39.98. That 53 Johnson chassis Chevy Silverado is rolling tonight, as he has been on a decent little run here these past couple of weeks, and it looks like Michigan, another one of those tracks he's going to be fast at. As he's going to go to the apron here, roll through that Geico little advert, and he's going to hit the line 40.09, so not as good as his first lap. Used all the equipment up, but hey, Jimmy Johnson set himself on pole with a 39.98. That 53 looking good. These past couple of weeks we've had those short tracks, and it seems like that's catered to him, and maybe those runs that he's had, in the success he's had in the short tracks, and momentum starting to carry over. He's starting to fill that race truck out, as you see that 48 of Robert Richards now diving to the bottom of the track. So he's going to take the second lap of his, and that's not going to better himself. That's going to be a 40.202, as he is going to sit currently in that P8 position, dead last of all the cars that have qualified. Only 8 have been out on the track and set laps, so he is sitting tail end of the field currently. We'll see where he does sit once everybody sets their laps and we get deeper into qualifying here. Whoop. As hopefully Jimmy doesn't do that in the race on green flag pit stops, but or Robert, excuse me. All right, and we're going to go ahead and bring your points up as the chase starts here tonight. Chris, you got that slide ready, my friend?
All right, yeah, I got it right now.
All right.
All right, so you've got so top 16 starts tonight here at Michigan. You got Jason Collins sitting in that first position with 3 season wins right now. looking pretty, trying to net himself a 4th win here tonight. Then you got Nate Maurer and Travis White tied for that 2nd place position. So they're going to be battling it out up here in that front, trying to get that 3rd win between the two of them. And then you got CJ Mason sitting there in that 4th position. You got CJ Mason and Ronnie Shirk tied for 4th position, excuse me. So they are both sitting there with CJ Mason with 2 wins and then Ronnie Shirk with 1. So he is sitting on that 4th place bubble right now. Ronnie Shirk is trying to look into that top 3. You got Will Weber in 6th place with Jeremiah Hobbs in 7th, Joey Doucette in 8th, Christopher Blanchard in 9th, Daniel Worthington in 10th, and then Trent Cameron, Scott Madden, Doug Neal, Ed Osborne, Wes Wiegand, and Jimmy Johnson all tied in 11th position. So right now, Trent Cameron, Scott Madden, Doug Neal, Ed Osborne, Wes Wiegand, and Jimmy Johnson, they have to make something work tonight, or it's going to start spelling trouble for those on that bubble in that 4 cutoff line.
Yeah, we're going to have to see some drivers advance their position in the points tonight, or they're not going to advance very far into this playoff, as at this point it's getting to a place, if you want to be up there higher in the points, you're going to have to win a couple races or get some quality finishes. First through about 11th, where they are tied at 1,000 for about 4 drivers, only separated by 35 points, so realistically not that hard to get that gap closed up, but still some separation can be built here in the mid-season or the start of the chase. So getting close to that late season, getting close to wrapping it up. So you're going to see some drivers, maybe more consistent drivers, pulling away. Well, it's going to hurt Jason Collins tonight for sure, having to start towards the back of the pack. That's another one of those things with the 3 truck that he's just going to have to battle through. And we know the only races we've seen Jason really not run the best at is those races that he's had to race off adversity, not a great qualifying or missed qualifying, or starting from towards the back. He's been caught up in some stuff. We've seen him just beat, I don't know, you just getting banged on, getting used up. And you see that 3 always run when he's at the front of the field. You know it's going to be a day for that 3 of Jason Collins. So it's going to be interesting to see if our points that are coming in tonight, 3 wins on the season, and he's rolling, man. He's been doing a good job. So we'll see how Jason fares. And either way, man. We got Nate Maurer, the 971. He still hasn't even qualified yet, so we don't know his true pace at the moment. So
yeah,
Chris, it's looking like it's going to be a good night tonight.
CJ Mason just set a 30.96, so that's going to sit him up in that 2nd place position. Let's see if he can better that lap time. Doesn't look like he's going to set a better lap time. So it looks like Ronnie Shirk is actually going to be sitting on the pole right now with CJ Mason in 2nd. We saw Jimmy Johnson, who set a 40.09. He is sitting in that 3rd place position. Ed Osborne just moved up. Nate Maurer, you were just talking about, Josh, just moved up into that 9th position with a 40.09. So a lot of really the same lap times out here on this top 10 right now. A lot of close battling going on.
Yeah, we're going to see some close action on the track, it seems like tonight, Chris. As all these drivers qualifying within 100ths of each other, tenths of each other. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. It's not only going to be good for, us in the booth, it's going to be great for the fans that are watching here tonight. You are joining us on the Bluegrass media pages, the Bluegrass YouTube, the Bluegrass Facebook. Make sure to hit that like button on Facebook so you know when we go live. Make sure to hit that subscribe button on YouTube. Click that little bitty bell right there to the right to make sure you know when we go live. And yeah, either way, we're looking forward to this race tonight and hope you are as well. So yeah, as we get closer and closer to this race, we just want to say thank you for joining us, and hopefully during qualifying you guys have enjoyed and getting as excited as me and Chris are up here, because we know going into tonight at Michigan, this is basically like, as much as Michigan isn't like a Talladega style super speedway, it still drives like it. So we see a lot of drafting, we're going to see a lot of racing, and they get bad fast around this track, and it is going to be fun to see just an exciting battle. And I might be wound down right now, but give it about 5 minutes, and we're gonna already be hyped up. I can guarantee you the blood level's gonna go up, and the heart rates on these drivers, they're gonna go through the roof. It is gonna be intense in that cockpit, and it's gonna be a good race. You're gonna want to stick around and enjoy this. So, last call for the snacks, the drinks. Go ahead and grab extra because this is gonna be fun.
All right, we got in the Facebook Jimmy Allen with 1030 stars sent. So appreciate that 1030 stars. You got Troy Kedler. Hey, I'm watching. Good to have you watching again. Nico Robert, let's go Weber. Justin Winters, let's get it. Ronnie Shirk, what's up, Justin? Good to have you here tonight, man. And then Ronnie Shirk says, good old hell yeah. So Ronnie Shirk sitting in that pole position right now. It's good to have him with us tonight. I know he was at the track last week, I want to say. Or maybe that was when we were at Watkins Glen.
Watkins Glen, yeah.
Yeah, as I say, I think it might have been Watkins Glen now that I think about it. So it's good to have him here tonight, though. It's good to have y'all in the chat.
I just made a funny. You know how we call it Kinder, Fender, Bender, Kinder?
Yes.
We can say for Ronnie, dude, the shirk is on the lurk.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's good, isn't it? That's good, isn't it? The shirk is on the lurk coming out of turn number 4. See, that just rings off the tongue, dude. Yeah, Ronnie, you might just made one of my new favorites. You got to run good tonight, man. I got to be using that tonight. All right. Well, since we've got about 20 seconds left in qualifying here, going to go ahead and go over some track info as Chris, if you want to run the fans through the weather, as we are looking at a good racetrack out here.
Yeah, you got a 2-mile track tonight. It's gonna be 103 degrees out on the track, so that's a
110.
110, excuse me. It says 103 right here, but maybe it swapped over since then. You got a 77-degree temperature outside, 54% humidity, partly cloudy with a 4-mile-per-hour wind. So looks like it's going to be a really hot track, hot and slippery. We do know Michigan is a very lane-heavy track. There are a bunch of lanes all over this big and wide track, so a lot of multi-lane racing here going on tonight.
Sorry, did not mean to scream into your guys' ears. I thought I was muted in Discord, and that definitely came out really quick when I saw him say 107, and it changed to a race temperatures, Chris. So that's why you were seeing a different temperature than I was. So either way, I'm going to go ahead and pull up the grid as we are getting gridded here, almost the full field in, as it's going to be that 51, the Shirk on the lurk, and that Chevy Silverado, Ronnie Shirk, going to be sitting on the pole. It's going to be CJ Mason in that number 55. First page media, Chevy Silverado sitting in that P2 position. Jimmy Johnson in that 53, going to be sitting in that second lane. In that third place position. A lot of Chevys in the field is Joey Doucette. And that number 16 machine is going to sit in that P4 position. Trent Cameron, he's going to round out all those Chevys and say, hey, let me get a Ford up in here. As he is going to sit there in that 5th place position in that number 36 Ford F-150. Back to the Chevys, though, it's going to be that 71 of Michael Brizin. He is going to be sitting in that P6 position. Logan Russell in that number 2 Ford F-150. He is going to be lining up in that P7 position, where you got Brad Gebhardt in that number 44 Toyota Tundra sitting in that P8 spot. P9 is going to go to 971 Nate Maurer. That is second place in points. He is going to be sitting in that 9th position with Travis White in that 23 in P10. Will Weber, P11 with Daniel Worthington, P12. It's going to be Wes Wiegand in that number 88, P13 with Doug Nill in that 77, sitting in P14. Ed Osborne in P15 with Dakota Shepard, P16. Josh Lockwood, P17. Scott Madden, P18. Robert Richards, P19 with your points leader, Jason Collins in P20. Jeremiah Hobbs in P21. Christopher Blankard in P22. Travis Twitty in P29, and rounding out your field, it is going to be that number 13, or P23, did I say P29?
Yeah, you said P29.
Yeah, P29, number 29, Travis Twitty, excuse me. P24. Rounding out your field is going to be that number 13 machine of Brian Terry. So, Chris, we got the field rolling, man, and the adrenaline just instantly kicked in. I am excited now. As at about almost 9:20 on the eastern coast, we are getting ready. It's 9:19. Just hit it. We're about to get ready to go racing here at the high banked 2-mile oval of Michigan. As we're about to go green at the Bluegrass, printing 150. Coming off of turn number 4 is iRacing brand new pace car that was just released at the start of the year in one of the updates. Beautiful, beautiful race car. As our friendly guy who we have not yet named yet in that pace car is going to take the left. Go down pit road as Fred the flagman. He's showing the field to green as they pull up to that start zone, and it is out. Green, green, green. Driver, get on the loud pedal, and let's get rolling. Is that 51 of Ronnie Shirk? That 55 of CJ Mason going to get off to a decent start. With that 53 of Jimmy Johnson, that 16 of Joey Doucette had a little bit of hesitation, stacked up that outside lane as you see that 36 of Trent Cameron, kind of and a little bit of an island on his own with that 71 of Michael Brizin, that 2 of Logan Russell, that 44 of Brad Gebhardt, rolling 3 wide now out of turn number 2 as we are on lap number 1. As we've already got some gambles there in the back of the field, but it looks like they are going to settle themselves out. But up here in the front, unfamiliar faces in, I don't know what I'm trying to say. Jimmy Johnson, usually not up here, man, on these bigger tracks. And like we were saying earlier, he's just been getting that rhythm here at the short tracks. And it seems like he's had the pace all season. It's just he's been caught up in some stuff, but he's been able to gather it up on this second half of the season. He's running good. He's literally tied on the cut line with the chase runners right now. So he's in the points, man. He can get it done. Win here tonight would definitely throw a curveball. Oh, as we got the 71 of Michael Birds in the wall, that's going to be a big stack up. You see the 971 and 8 Maurer. He's down to that inside lane as you see Brad Gebhardt and that 23 of Travis White as they go by, and you're going to see that 971 and 8 Maurer blend back onto the racetrack, and he is going to be back up to racing speeds as he blips out of the throttle a little bit. Doesn't look like any damage on that race car of the 971, but the 71 of Michael Brizin looks like he did make a little bit of contact with that outside wall.
Yeah,
go back up on board here. Oh, excuse me.
I was going to say, it looked like the 971 got into the wall. That had to check everybody up, and that's what caused that 971 to go down to the bottom of the track. So, yeah, it looks like that 71 just getting into the wall back there a little bit. We did see a little bit of 3-wide racing going on back there. So the tickers are going all over the place right now, so I'm going to keep a watch on that backpack, but it looks like we got a battle for this 4th place position coming up right now. At 55 of CJ Mason, he's on that bottom line, running that 16 of Joey Doucette, trying to make that inside lane work. Because we do know that this track, like we were saying earlier, it is a multi-groove lane, so you can drive pretty much anywhere on the track and get speed. So it's just going to be a time to see when these drivers find that place to get that speed. Whoa, as you see that 55. Or that 53 of Jimmy Johnson getting a little loose up into that 16, Joey Doucette. Looks like we're going 3 wide here in a second. Well, now everybody's going to tuck it back in.
Yeah, as they are racing here at lap number 4. You'd think this is lap number 74 coming to the white flag or something. These guys are rolling, and it's good to see it as the 55 of CJ Mason, the 16 of Joey Doucette, they are 2 wide, is what I was trying to say. And they're going to stick it 2 wide, as you see the 2. Right there, that is Logan Russell. You got the 24 of Will Weber, 44 Brad Gebhardt. You got all the guys hanging out in company, just a gaggle of race trucks now, 2 wide. Looking like some super speedway pack racing right there as these guys are getting that momentum, and they're trying to find their way around each other. That's just going to stack them up, though, and give that 53 of Jimmy Johnson, that 51 of Ronnie Shirk, a little bit of clean air at the moment, but it looks like that pack is catching them. And right there off of turn number 2, it looks like that 53, Chris, having problems early with the handle of that race truck, but he is going to go to the inside here, the 51 of Ronnie Shirk, as they're going to be 2 wide now, that 53 on the bottom of the racetrack, as he is hugging that yellow. Oh, he's going to loosen up just a little bit, shoot back up into the outside, or excuse me, inside of that 51 of Ronnie Shirk, is now they're 2 wide, and that should give that 15 or 51 the run, as he's got the 16 of Joey Doucette behind him, giving him a bump. Almost. Oh, that's going to be contact. There they go, the 53, the 16. Oh, is now they're going to come back up on track. They saved it. Oh my goodness, that could have been trouble for the field, as it looked like the 55 of CJ Mason, seeing that wreck, started getting a little loose, but he was able to gather it back up. And man, Joey Doucette and
16.
That was just insane.
Yeah, Joey
That
Doucette.
16 of Joey Doucette and that oh my goodness, I can't even think right now. 53 of Jimmy Johnson. There we go. That was insane.
Yeah, there was a lot going on there just in that little bit of a time frame. As you see now, that 36 of Trent Cameron, he's tucking up onto the back bumper of that 51 of Ronnie Shirk. It's going to let CJ Mason get down on that inside lane. Like I was saying, it's going to be interesting to see how long it takes these guys to decide which lane they want to pick out and which lane they want to run in, because it does look like that inside lane is always going to be the preferred lane. But sometimes it's not the fastest lane because you have to lift a little bit, especially here on Michigan. It is pretty much flat out racing. But sometimes, like, once the tires start getting worn in, you have to start lifting just a little bit. So it's, you know, that's whenever you're going to see drivers start taking that that top lane, so where they don't have to roll out of the gas as much, and they can stay and keep their momentum up. But as you see the 55 jumping down to the inside lane right now, it looks like he's trying to work on the inside of that 51 of Ronnie Shirk.
As you see that 55 is CJ Mason now starting to make a little bit of a run up here to the inside of the 24 of Will Weber. Will Weber currently sitting in that 6th place position in points. Chris, a finish here and a stage win. He would gain some extra bonus points, correct? If I'm not mistaken. Tell the folks about the point scoring we are doing here in the playoffs.
So from what I do know that right now is that a win will lock you into the playoff points for good. You will not have to worry about getting into it. I want to say that once you get a win, you will be locked in to the playoffs going forward. If you do not, anything that is like a stage win or anything, you will get points for it, but it won't be awarded until the stage win will get bonus points, but it's for the next round, and then so the next race that it starts. So say if you're 5 points off and you win a stage, it won't, the 5 points will not get applied to the points system until the next race. And if you are eliminated before that, then it wouldn't matter. So right now you get a bonus point for leading a lap and the most laps, and then 1 point for a win will be added immediately. So you will get 1 point on a win. As you see that 24 Will Weber got around that 51 of Ronnie Shirk there. So now we have a new leader here on lap 11. Sorry, as I was looking away, I wasn't really paying attention to what was going on. I was reading. But yeah, it looks like that 51 is starting to work on the outside lane on that 24 of Will Weber now. You see Travis White trying to tuck up on that outside lane as well in that 23 Chevy Silverado. You got 44 of Brad Gebhardt also going to go ahead and tuck it in. You see that 50 or that 23 getting a really big run. Be moving it on the inside of that 24 Will Weber. So it looks like Will Weber's getting pushed up to the top of the track there, not in a position that he wants to be in. He was running the bottom of the track and then got pushed up to the top, maybe not wanting to be there. See that 55 of CJ Mason falling back just a little bit. Logan Russell's going to be right in front of him. It looks like that 44 Brad Gebhardt's going to be working that inside lane now.
He is going to be working that inside lane, that 44 Toyota Tundra. He is too wide there with the 24 Will Weber. And Chris, with as many drivers as we've got up here in just the top 5, top 4, you've got to basically win this race to get yourself into the playoffs. I mean, 24 Will Weber, the 23 of Travis White, the 51 of Ronnie Shirk. I mean, they're 4th in points, 2nd in points, 3rd in points. Okay, so Travis White, he's tied for 2nd. Ronnie Shirk, he's tied for 4th. Will Weber, he's sitting in 6th from the tie for 4th place. So it's like, if you want to advance yourself any closer into the playoffs without winning it, you're gonna have to either finish P2 or just win it at this point. I mean, the amount of room for error is so thin that you just have to really be on your A game. These drivers are gonna have to, give it everything they got. I mean, there ain't much room for slack in these drivers. If they have anything left in them at this point of the season, they're gonna have to throw it out there. I mean, you can't. I'm not saying you got to go out there and drive the wheels off the race car and put it in the wall, but you just got to be able to execute, you know, and that's what these drivers are going to have to do as we go back up on front here with that 23 of Travis White as he's taking a peek to that inside of the 51. Is look at that. Now that's going to open the door for Will Weber in that Ford F-150 as he's going to get a big draft up to that number 23 of Travis White. It's going to be the 24 and the 23 as they were too wide for just a split second. That 23 of Travis White going to file back in line as we've got that single file lane starting to work together on that outside lane. Looks like they're going to pick up a little momentum. That's about 1st to 7th position. As you see Brad Gebhardt, Logan Russell, and Covey, those are the guys rounding out that little bit of a line. But as you see them shoot it off in the turn, they kind of go everywhere. Chris was talking earlier about that multi-lane here at Michigan. And you can find pace on that low lane. You can find pace on that high lane. You know, like he's saying, it's multi-lane for a reason. You can find pace a lot of places around here. And Michigan, it's a good track. It's one of those tracks that still has a solid racing foundation. No matter the generation of car or, you know, vehicle we're in, it still always produces good racing. And that's what I've always loved about Michigan. You still see that genuine race, you know, still on the track. And it just looks so beautiful. And it sounds like that too of Logan Russell, Chris. He is going to wave that virtual hand here at lap number 15. 19 as well. We'll see if anybody else calls out.
Yeah, so you're going to see that too, diving it down pit lane now. That's going to let that number 51, or Ronnie Shirk, he's going to get away just a little bit, but look behind him. Travis White's got that 24, Will Weber, all over that back bumper, trying to push him up to that 51. They're trying to catch as much as they can before they all decide to dive down pit lane. You see that 44, Brad Gebhardt, he is going to be looking on the inside there of that 24, just going to dive it back up. Whoa, look at that, the 23 of Travis White getting a little loose and crazy. Going to go ahead and try to dive it on the inside there of that 51. Saw him make a move earlier. Let's see if he's just going to slide up in front of him and see if he can hold him off. You see that 24 also moving down in there. So that's going to force that 51 to run that high lane. Whoa, it looks like 23 is going to be coming down pit lane. Yeah, so Travis White, Will Weber, Brad Gebhardt, Jeremiah Hobbs, Ed Osborne, Jimmy Johnson, and Scott Madden all down pit lane now. So going ahead and doing a pit strategy here before the competition caution at lap 30. It will be at the end of lap 30. So that is when the competition caution will be coming out. That will be the end of the stage. So we'll see how that shakes up everything going forward. As you see CJ Mason now all over the back bumper of that 51. Maybe that 51 thinking about coming down pit lane.
Everybody's coming down pit lane right here.
Yeah, it does look like that. We do know CJ Mason stays out a little bit longer than everybody else. Whoa, as you see Jason Collins having to get locked down there. He was coming in really hot and fast. You got Doug Neal, Nate Maurer, and Robert Richards also coming down pit lane with them.
Go on board here with your leader, CJ Mason, in that 55 machine. And it sounds like he is going to be pitting this time. As he rolls past that 22, that is Scott Madden. Brad Gebhardt in that 44 machine. As it looks like Brad's definitely got the pace on those fresh tires. So CJ Mason got down there, got that 44 got by. So no harm, no foul. As, woo. Tough pit road here at Michigan sometimes. It can catch you off guard a little bit. They are going to roll it down pit road, though, and that's going to be CJ Mason, Joey Doucette, and Trent Cameron. Last of your drivers that have not pitted, they are coming down pit road. Brian Terry as well, excuse me, in that 13 machine. Last 4 drivers haven't pitted, now have pitted. That should promote Travis White back to the lead with Will Weber up in a healthy second. Nate Maurer in third. Daniel Worthington will take that 4th spot. Logan Russell will be in that 5th spot, and Wes Wiegand should be in 6th as they roll around through here to grab lap number 19. It's going to be Travis White now in the lead as he has just promoted himself going into turn 1 into that position number 1. Is that 23 Simbox machine, man? Travis White every week looks bad fast, Chris. And this week it looks like we've got another another Travis White show, man. I am just all over the place with my words tonight. But either way, Chris, just thinking, you know, if Jason Collins is, you know, going to be able to promote himself up a lot of positions, or, you know, he had worked himself up a good health of a positions. Like, I think he was sitting in like 13th, 12th right there, right before, you know, all the pit stop cycle started. So he was running good, but now he's fallen back into that 20th position. So, you know, your points leader, and only your points leader by like 35 points, 15 to some. It's just 17, excuse me. it's just it's interesting. It's just gonna be interesting to see how that 3 is gonna play this night out. You know, he's gonna have to do something wild, whether it be pit strategy, whether they get the caution, or you know he gamble on something. That 3 is gonna have to find track time. I mean, we know clearly he's probably got the pace, but he's just gonna have to find it somewhere else tonight. Hopefully, we'll get to see that battle play out. But either way, we know Travis White, Will Weber, Logan Russell, all those guys up there, they're loving it right now as they are sitting in that first, second, and third spot. As you see that 51 of Ronnie Shirk on the lurk in that number 4 position as he is rolling to that inside of that 113 to Daniel Worthington. Then you got the 971, the other weird number guy. He is sitting in that P6 position as that is your P2 runner in points right now in that 971 Nate Maurer as he is trying to chase down Ronnie Shirk, who is tied for 4th. So like we were saying earlier, Travis White is tied for 2nd, excuse me. Either way, just what I was trying to say is you're going to have to win to be able to advance in these points, man. There's just, with the way all these drivers in the playoffs are running, you're just going to have to win to be in. And, you know, you said it earlier, Chris, but only so many people can win, man. And we'll see how it plays off of points for the drivers that maybe can't win to get in. And if we have more of a points battle, you know, it's going to be interesting. Guys that are out of the playoffs could still, you know, grab a win and just throw a wrench in that. So that's always fun. You just never know what's going to happen in these oval races. You see that 42 of Ed Osborne now. Big old run to that inside lane. He is going to go by into that P6 position.
Yeah, P6.
Man, did you see that run he had?
Yeah, that was a really big run there from Ed Osborne. Like that was a really massive run. As the yellow lines do not matter. I do not think on a track like this. I want to say that Michigan doesn't have a yellow line rule. I know you can go below the white line on the front, but yeah. So looks like we've got a couple of battles shaping out up here in the front. You see Logan Russell. He's about to start battling it out with Ronnie Shirk. Well, Ronnie Shirk's about to start battling it out with him. He is starting to catch that number 2 truck. Looks like Will Weber is trying to catch up with that number 23, Travis White. Yeah, it looks like he's trying to get up on that back bumper. Do you know Travis White? He is tied for that 2nd place position right now with Nate Maurer. So it would be a good thing for that number 23 of Travis White to get that stage win, at least get that 5 bonus points going into that next race, so that way he can separate himself from that 971 as you see him back there in that 8th place position. But that 24 Will Weber, he's sitting in 6th place in points right now. He's 24 points behind that leader, so anywhere above in the finishing for that number 24 would be a good finish. As you see now, a lot of trucks starting to catch up to these leaders. You got the 2 back there. Logan Russell starting to roll up on the back of Will Weber. Ronnie Shirk's right on the back bumper of him. You got Brad Gebhardt right there behind him. And then Ed Osborne starting to come out of the middle of nowhere, starting to run up here on the back bumper of Brad Gebhardt. So got a lot of drivers. You see that number 2 diving it down on the inside. Looks like he's got a
run, Chris.
Yeah, I was going to say, it looks like he's got a really big run.
And it looks like that 2 of Logan Russell now going to be too wide with that 23 of Travis White.
The new leader there for at least lap 25. Got
yeah, and pit road will be closing, Chris, in 2 laps. 2 laps pit road will be closing for the getting ready of our stage break. As you see, who was that? That was the 24 of Will Weber, wasn't it? Like he got big loose there coming out of turn 2 on the wall or something. He fell back a lot down the back straightaway. Look at that, Chris. Battle for the lead between the 51 of Ronnie Shirk now and Logan Russell. As that 51's going to take a shot at that number 2 here as we get 2 laps closer, or 1 lap closer to our stage break. As they are too wide here going into turn number 1. As you see that 51 inside of that number 2. Let's see if that 2 can make that outside lane momentum come to him. But it looks like that 44, Brad Gebhardt, might go to that inside lane. That 2 should clear him. Oh, no, that 44 is going to get to the inside lane there as he is now going to be up on that door, side drafting the ever-loving crap out of that too, trying to get himself to work up there with that 51. And now Brad Gebhardt in the mix with it. He is going to take a shot at Ronnie Shirks with Logan Russell. His run starting to stall out that he had just a few laps ago, so we're starting to see these drivers find it and then lose it, find it, lose it. We'll see, though, if Logan Russell in that F-150, though, can come back to that Toyota Tundra, as it is going to be Ronnie Shirk, Brad Gebhardt, Logan Russell, and Ed Osborne for your battle right here, as we have 2 laps to go until your stage break. Pit road is closed at the moment. As you see that too, Logan Russell, though, starting to roll it to the outside to get Ed Osborne all over the back bumper of that 44 Brad Gebhardt. He's going to go to the outside lane, though, as they go too wide down the back straightaway. The 44 and the 42. That run's going to stall out on that outside lane, though, for the 42 of Ed Osborne, as that 44 is still to the inside. He is going to be too wide now with Ed Osborne. We'll see if that momentum from that outside car, that 2 of Logan Russell, will pull him along. Looks like it will.
That outside lane's working.
Yeah, that outside lane indeed working as these tires maybe get warmed up. That outside lane proving to be a little bit more pace out there. Is that 42 of Ed Osborne, though? Looks like he's getting shot out of a cannon again. He might be the one that goes up there and tries to throw blows with Ronnie Shirk here as we get to lap number 29, as it is now 29 and 3/4. Got to be 29 and a half, 29 14 million. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Either way, 29 and a half laps to now. And here comes Ed Osborne. Here comes Brad Gebhardt. And yeah. Sorry, folks. I sound like I'm losing my mind. I probably am. But 51 of Ronnie Shirk. He is going to pull it off to see the white flag here for the green-white checkered. I don't know if they white flag for the green-white checkered, but they do here in this league, I guess. I'm just going to make that up. But here we go. This is going to be the race for that 2nd, 3rd, and 4th position here, as Ronnie Shirk is leading at the moment. 5/10 of a gap on these drivers, and you see 3 wide here behind him for that 2nd place position. That's just going to help him get that lead a little bit more. He's just going to be climbing out there and getting that lead out. Oh, as you see a little bit of a wiggleness back there, that 44 Brad Gebhardt getting a little bit anxious right there as he sees that 42 of Ed Osborne coming off the wall. Look at that. Here comes Trent Cameron. He might have a shot at that 2nd spot, as he has got a big run to that inside lane. That 36. He is going to be door to door here with Ed Osborne. They're going to make contact shortly, and they just did. Wrecking to the green-white checkered it. As you see, that 42 of Ed Osborne looks like he's going to get away with it. That 36 is chick. Oh, big shunt. And the caution is out for the stage break. It's going to be Ronnie Shirk, your stage winner. As we will have... Sorry, I was listening to a rap. We will have a word, though, with Ronnie Shirk here in just a moment, and let him get through his pit stop cycle, and we'll see if we can grab a word with him. Oh!
Yeah, that was a really big hit. Looks like they were just trying to go for the same real estate at the same time, and then you see what happens. You got a big pop into that those barriers there.
Yeah, that truck is just plowing and he is digging.
To a sudden stop.
I would have probably just taken the black flag down pit road, but he tried his best to save it, man. It gripped up there for a second, but there was just nothing he can do. Race car, race truck, whatever you want to call it, was rolling too fast, so unfortunate. For that 36 of Trent Cameron, man, he was on a good little run there, going to finish good in that stage, but unfortunately he now has a wrecked race car, and he is down pit road getting repairs. As you're going to see the field here coming down pit road, we'll see if anyone does trade positions, anybody, the masters of the pit stops. We'll see who can get on and off pit road, hit their marks, because it's not only a race on the racetrack on those bankings, but it's also a race down pit road, as you've got to have good time in, good time out. You've got to hit your marks personally down pit road, and we'll see who will better themselves down pit road. As you're going to see that 51 of Ronnie Shirk. He's going to get that number 1 pit stall, so that should play into his effect very good, as that number 1 pit stall usually does amazing work here on this platform. So you're going to see Logan Russell, Brad Gebhardt getting another pit stall. And there goes the 53. He's into his pit stall, so we'll see who does get out of pit road here first. This looks like Ed Osborne already off and gone. So maybe 2 tires from Ed Osborne because he only took a 9-second pit time. Brad Gebhardt going to come out in second place, and Ronnie Shirk going to be coming out in that third position. So we will have a word with Ronnie here in just one moment. Let him get back on track, get back caught up to the pace car.
Yes, it looks like this was an interesting pit strategy there from Ed Osborne. Like you said, it was only a 9-second pit time, so maybe he just took right side tires only. They did come down. I want to say he came down pit lane relatively early or later on, so maybe just didn't have the inside tires worn out like the rest of them. So going ahead on that 42, making a pit strategy here on lap 31. So or lap 32, excuse me. So yeah, it's like
All right, Chris.
pit strategy from him.
We're going to go ahead and bring up that number 51 of Ronnie Shirk. Have a word with him as he was your stage winner. Ronnie Shirk, this is Chris and Josh in the booth. You got a copy, buddy?
I gotcha.
Hey, man, you picked up that stage win there as you look like you were pretty much the fastest car on the track there for a moment. You got Ed Osborne out in front of you right here as you come out P2 out of the pits, and looks like he might have taken 2 tires, but either way, how's that race truck feeling, man, as you're rolling here into this first segment of the race and picked up that stage 1 victory, so congrats on that. And how you feeling? How you think it's going to go here for the rest of the race here?
Good. Yeah. Thank you for the. Yeah, it was I came back out of the pits. I took 2 tires, and I was expecting to come out first, but I got back there and then back a little bit in the middle, and then Shirk was lurking for the number 1 spot, so I made my way up through there. And this thing's been handling good, even on 2 tires. So, yeah.
All right, well, hey, we're going to go ahead and let you go, Ronnie, since we are rolling to the green here in just a moment. But, hey, congratulations on that stage 1 win, man, and good luck in the rest of the race. Hopefully we'll be talking to you here in a little bit.
Thank you.
So, Ronnie obviously already picked up on it, Chris. The Shirk is on the lurk, because that is true. He has picked up that P1 spot and or picked up the P1 spot for the stage win, but now he is sitting in that second spot as Ed Osborne elects to take that outside lane here for this restart. We'll see when that 42 will go. I think, yeah, they go on the restart zone here. That's my fault. As the green is out, and here we go. The 42 away.
Yeah, it looks
good
like,
restart.
I was going to say, it looks like Ed Osborne gets out to a good jump there. That 51 is going to tuck up behind that 42. Maybe try to run that same line. As I say that, he's going to dive it down on the inside.
Oh, but look at those 4 tires, man, just eating it up.
Yeah, you can definitely tell those 4
Whoa,
tires.
Travis White loose. The air just got so. Daniel Worthington just blinked in and blinked out. That was scary for a moment. That 23 of Travis White, though, just had all the air sucked off the nose of that race truck, man. It went barreling down towards the bottom of the racetrack. Luckily, that 23 able to gather it back up as we are still rolling here. 3 wide there in turn number 1. That's CJ Mason in that 55. That looked like Jeremiah Hobbs in the 10 as it is. They're door-to-door, wheel-to-wheel as we are 2 wide up in front of them. 2 wide again as that's the 53 of Jimmy Johnson, the 88 of Wes Wiegand, the 10 of Jeremiah Hobbs, the 113 of Daniel Worthington, and that 971 Nate Bauer. Look at that spread there, Chris. That is awesome. They just look like they are jet pilots just flying in a little V pattern about to strike. That looks awesome as contact between the 10 and the 113. And there goes the awesomeness. Caution is out as that was a big old shunt down the back straightaway. We will see what happened.
Yeah, it looks like maybe a little bit of dirty air there for that 55. Oh, just gets stuck in the wall. Ouch. I was going to say, I did see where he jumped to the pit. So, yeah, that was definitely a hard hit. See, maybe he hit a little bit of that dirty air there. Looks like right there, yeah, if you notice, it looks like maybe he just got a little loose.
Well, it looks like the only reason he was so tight on his door right there, too, is he wiggled up as well. Like right there, you see it. See, the truck wiggles right here, and he grabs it. So, you know, CJ was probably solid on that wheel, man, just trying to keep that truck under him. And you see him, he gathers it up right here. But as he's rolling out on corner exit right here, you see he just gets on the throttle too early. It lights up that rear, snaps it around, and when it gathers it back up, he is in that left rear quarter panel. And woo! That's a big hit too.
Yeah, as we see him go down into this bottom retainer wall, just bam. Yeah, so that's going to should be the 55's night there, unless he can get that truck back out on track, which hope he does. We always hate to see these drivers get taken out on stuff like that, so that would be your second lap, or your second caution here on lap 36.
You know, it just hit me. I think I might know why iRacing makes people stick their cars in the wall.
What's that?
But I will get back to that in just a second, as everybody is down pit road, Chris, and we're going to see where people do come out. As Nate Maurer looks like he might have just taken fuel. He's going to roll out as you got Robert Richards in front of him, Wes Wiegand. It's going to be Logan Russell, Jason Collins, who's moved himself up into 12th, Chris. So these cautions are going to be helping that number 3 machine roll his way through the field more and more, as he's currently sitting in 12th. He was 20th on that after that stage 1 restart. And he's currently sitting in that 12th position in that number 3 car. I was looking at his number and it completely made my brain do a Rubik's Cube or something. I don't know. Either way, that number 3 moving his way up to the field, and definitely these cautions are helping him. As you got Brad Gebhardt now sitting in that 2nd spot, that 51 of Ronnie Shirk. You got the 23 of Travis White, that 24 of Will Weber. They're going to be sitting in that 3rd and 4th position. Jeremiah Hobbs and Jimmy Johnson in that 5th and 6th. Jimmy, who qualified P3 here, he has fallen back just a little bit after early contact in the race. I want to say, what, lap 2, Chris? Yeah, gathered it back up, and he's worked his way up here back into this 6th place position.
Yeah, it was a little bit of misfortune for that 53 there of Jimmy Johnson. I want to say it was the 16. Maybe it was Joey Doucette. They were up there racing in the beginning. I don't want to say they got around. If I said the wrong person, I do apologize, but I want to say that's who it was. That sent the 53 and the 16 back just a little bit, but it's good to see him up here in that 6th position. We do know Ronnie Shirk. He is going to be super excited that now he's moving up into that should put him up there in that 2nd place as of next week. If my math is correct, on points right now. So next week, that would move Ronnie Shirk up into that 2nd place position. So he would be tied with Nate Maurer, Travis White, depending on how the race goes after that. If I'm wrong, Jason, I'm sorry. I'm trying to do all this math in my head and on the paper. So if I did it wrong, I'm sorry. But I want to say that's how he explained that to me. So yeah, a win, like we were saying, will net you in it. But if you are on the cutoff line in the points and you do not make it, the points won't be added until next week. So that would be after the cutoff line, of course. So it's a very interesting way of points.
Yeah, it seems like it, Chris. Seems like there is just a lot to that.
All right, so Ronnie Shirk's going to be rolling up to that line. See, the green flag is dropped, so he is going to be on that loud pedal, getting out there in front of that 44, Brad Gebhardt. Looks like Brad Gebhardt's getting a little loose up there. You see that 23 pushing him up. Whoa, as they contact there a little bit.
That's going to stack up the field. Big contact into the 24 of Will Weber from the 53 of Jimmy Johnson. That 10 to Jeremiah Hobbs. He is going to scoot by that number 44 of Gebhardt. That 23 and that 44 who initially made the contact, they're going to be rolling.
You said Jimmy Johnson,
as
it was
clean
Travis
as they
White.
can be.
You said Jimmy Johnson, that was the 23 of Travis White. Just wanted to correct that.
No, the 53 of Jimmy Johnson slammed into the back of the 24 of Will Weber.
Okay, maybe I missed that part. I'm sorry.
As we are still rolling here, though, and it looks like Jimmy Johnson has fallen back a lot all the way into that 10th position. As you see that damage on that 24 machine in front. But look at that, Chris. Jason Collins up into that 8th place position. That number 3 machine, he is on a mission, and that is to stay in that points lead. He wants to take this thing all the way to the finish, and he wants to lead every single bit of it. So he is going to try his best to get up there, and you best believe it, win this dang thing. So watch out for that 3 truck, as he is too wide here with that 971 and Nate Maurer. And we've seen how far Nate can get up there, and he looks like he has got a good little run on Nate. So just saying.
Yeah, it looks like that 3 is going to dive it down there on that bottom lane. He's going to go ahead and make that pass on that 971 and Nate Maurer, so he's going to move himself up into that 7th place position. But it looks like we've got a battle about to brew up here in the front. As you see Travis White all over the back bumper there, that 51 of Ronnie Shirk. He's going to be looking at that outside lane on that 51, trying to maybe see if he can get that outside lane to work. Doesn't look like he's going to do it. Maybe try a crossover. Nope, he's just going to tuck back in, keep going. But you see that that 10 there, Jeremiah Hobbs. He has moved his way up 18 positions, sitting up here in that 3rd place position. So him and that 44, Brad Gebhardt, they're looking. There you go. The 23 makes a move on that 51. See if the 51 is going to try to drive it back down. Yeah, he does. He's going to drive it back down. Let's see if he can make that pass back for the lead here.
As you see 2 wide racing here behind the leader, that 51 of Ronnie Shirk. That's going to be the 10 of Jeremiah Hobbs, the 23 of Travis White, as we're on the lap. Richard Petty, that is lap number 43 of 75. As we are
Jason
rolling
Collins
here.
got a little loose.
Yeah, he did indeed. That 3 did fall back in line, though.
As it looks like the 44 was going up there to push that 10 and then decided against it. So the 51 is going to dive down in front of the 10. Let's see if that 44, Brad Gebhardt, is going to dive back down into that bottom lane, block off that 88 of Wes Wiegand, or if he's going to let him go by him. It doesn't look like it. Looks like the 10's just going to stay on that inside lane. The 44 is just trying to stay on that top lane. See him getting a little loose there, probably getting in a little bit of bad air.
Woo, and this battle for the lead, Chris, starting to heat up, as there is a gaggle of race trucks all up there, and you've got about your 1st through 7th, 8th, 9th position, 10th exactly, all within a second of each other. So it is rolling as they are digging, and they are getting it. Is that 23 of Travis White? You see that 51 of Ronnie Shirk now in 2nd place. That 44 of Brad Gebhardt in front of the truck you're riding on board with. That is Jeremiah Hobbs, currently sitting in that 4th place position. Look at this from the onboard camera. You can see that 51 going back at that 23 of Travis White, and it looks like on that bottom lane he should clear. As that 23 is going to get a run here, though, through this outside lane. I see that 44 Brad Gebhardt, though, pull it up. It's going to be 3 wide here for a moment, as that 44 actually did get loose. He's going to kill that momentum, but it is 4 wide for just a second. That could have been an optical illusion for me, but that looked like 4 wide, Chris.
I think it was only 3 wide, but hey, it doesn't matter. Maybe it was just the way the cars were positioned. But look at this. That 51 is starting to get a massive run there on that outside lane. Whoa, you see that 44 getting a little loose. Look who's up here in that 5th place position, Josh, or 6th place, excuse me. Jason Collins, he's looking for that lead as he's all over the back bumper of that 88 of Wes Wiegand. Let's see how this inside lane reacts to this. It looks like that outside lane is starting to pick up a lot of momentum.
Man, all I'm saying, Chris, is these boys are going to have to be on it right now. That is some tough racing they're doing up there. And if they want to last to the end, they are going to have to give each other the amount of room that they are going to be able to give them with keeping the pace up. So they've got to be on their game right now. Let's just say that. These drivers have got to be focused up and not a single bit of slip, or you are going to cause a big wreck, as they're starting to mellow out here a little bit. With that 2 wide racing, they were getting pretty aggressive. As you see that 44 Brad Gebhardt, though, he's to the inside of that 88 of Wes Wiegand. Is that 10 of Jeremiah Hobbs now? He's going to go to the inside lane. So as soon as I say that, Chris, that intensity already cooking back up. And if these drivers are going to battle each other like this hard, you can see some fireworks eventually, but not saying that these guys are inexperienced. They are very good drivers. You just always got to be aware of it. You never know what's going to happen. You got to be on your A game. Is that 3 of Jason Collins? Looks like he is now making a move in that inside of that 88 of Wes Wiegand, as he's going to tighten up just a little bit. He's going to keep that race car under him, and as he is pushing that 88 just a little bit. Woo!
Whoa.
Oh, they're still getting, yeah. That 88 was pump faking him up there like he was going to punch him, you know, like,
Yeah, the one thing about these 2-mile tracks, though, Josh, is there's a lot of draft that goes on. So a lot of drivers that are behind them, they get that run on that car in front of them. So they're like, oh, I'm going to go ahead and pass them, and then they get strung out, and then you end up start battling, 2 wide for 5, 6 laps, and then you see a lot of getting wishy-washy. You get a lot of bad air going on, get a lot of cars getting loose, a lot of cars getting tight. So That's one thing about this kind of racing is the draft is important, and if you get into that draft, everybody, they are going faster than the car in front of them. So it's a lot of position changes going on. You see that 88 of Wes Wiegand tucking in on that back bumper of that 3 of Jason Collins. Looks like he's going to push himself up into that third place position. But as you see up there, that 51 of Ronnie Shirk is going to get around that 23 of Travis White.
It's not. That 23 going to put that hand out the window, grab that rear spoiler, and say, hey, son, stop that. I'm coming back at you. That 51 of Ronnie Shirk, that 23 of Travis White, now going to be too wide, as you see too wide from that third position on back, as Jason Collins moved himself up into third with that pass right there on that number 10 of Jeremiah Hobbs, as he's got the 44 of Brad Gebhardt. The 3 has the 88 of Wes Wiegand. Is too wide in front of them. Still between that 51 of Ronnie Shirk, that 23 of Travis White, as we are battling for the lead here. Coming to lap number 50, we're going to have 26 to go this time by, so stand up, get the rally caps going, because we are getting to the final stages of this race, and it is only going to get better from here. So, yeah, here we go. Put those favorite drivers in chat, who you want to win. Say what's up to anybody, shout-outs, anything. We are rolling, and we are excited. Let's get this.
Yeah, as it looks like that 51 is trying to just push down on that 23, trying to slow him down just a little bit, so that way he can make him check up a little bit early so he can get in front of him. But that 3 of Jason Collins is not going to let anybody get away from him now. He has moved himself up into that third place position, so he is trying his best to get that 4th win on this season. But right now he's just trying to get as many points as he can, because it looks like that 23 is going to be tucking it up to the top. Whoa, Jason's going to have to dive it down.
Jason. 3 wide here for a moment, Chris. That's not going to stick for the 3. He's going to wash up. That's going to give that 88 of Wes Wiegand a run back here on the outside lane. He's going to cut off the 10 of Jeremiah Hobbs as we are rolling here. They're both wiggling here in that third place position. You're going to see the 23 of Travis White. He's going to go to the inside here. 2 wide down the back straightaway for that third place position is the 51 of Ronnie Shirk. But it sounds like everybody calling their pit in. It sounds like this is your last pit stops of the night, as it looks like the 3 of Jason Collins not going to come down pit road this time, but the 51, the 23, and that 44 are all going to come down pit road. So it looks like next time by, maybe for Jason Collins, Wes Wiegand, Jeremiah Hobbs, Christopher Blankard, and company. Not sure, but we will see, as Jason Collins is going to assume the race lead.
Yeah, it looks like
I'm hearing there is a wreck on pit entrance.
What's that?
I heard there's a wreck on pit entrance. As I do see the smoke, looks like it's all gathered back up. Whoa, oh no, that's Travis White and Ronnie Shirk.
Oh no. Yeah, so a big wreck there from the leaders. All right, well, we're going to go back up here live with your first place position, Jason Collins, with Wes Wiegand all over the back bumper there of that number 3. You see the 10 there, Jeremiah Hobbs working that inside lane. Whoa, a lot of lap traffic merging back on the track. So we're going to see how these top 5 decide to navigate through here.
Jeremiah's having to get off of it early. He's going down pit road. Good pit entry, too. Collins is still going to stay out now. Look at Brad Gebhardt and company. Those drivers are on fresh tires, as those are your pit cars. They're going to be coming by here any moment now. You see that 44 Brad Gebhardt going to the inside lane. They are fighting for their lap back. As, woo, the Wes Wiegand car getting a little antsy back there with that 19 of Christopher Blankard, as they're going to get a little antsy off of turn number 2. You got Robert Richards all over the back bumper of that 19 of Blankard. But you're going to see that 44 go to the inside lane here of that 88. He is looking to get his lap back as he's going to pass Wes Wiegand. He is now going to pass Jason Collins. That 44 is not back on the lead lap, actually, at the moment. It looked like he was going to clear him. Still off the lead lap. We'll see when that 44, if he does clear him right here.
Yeah, I think he would be able to clear him into this turn. He's going to be able to get back into the gas a little faster. Yeah, as you see the 10 there, cutting off the nose of that 3.
Contact between the 48 and the 19.
As it looks like they got it under control there. Jason Collins going to stay out again for another lap. So 21 laps to go, 20 this time around. So we've got 20 laps to go here. So we're going to see when these guys decide to come down pit lane. We see Daniel Worthington's coming down pit lane now. Dakota Shepherd's also coming down pit lane. You know, Jason Collins, he wants to get as best to show as he can. Yeah, we got Jerry, how do we say Jerry? I'm so sorry, Gary. Gary Jazorski in the chat. These boys are putting on a good show. Yes, sir, they are. It looks like the 3's slowing up just a little bit. No, it looks like...
So what I'm thinking is you can get on pit road and out in about 36 seconds if you take 2 tires, maybe. So I'm thinking what Collins and them are doing is maybe going to extend that just a little bit, stay out as long as they can, as Wes Wiegand is going to come down pit road this time. Maurer did, Ed Doucette, and Joey Doucette. Robert Richards as well, so Collins might be coming down pit road this time, actually.
Yeah, as you see him going down there on that bottom lane. Looks like Wes Wiegand's just trying his best to get a round. Whoa, as you see
the 48's going to overtake the 19. Oh, this is going to be a race down pit road. Come on, Collins.
Okay, well, I just noticed that my trading paints decided to just reload, so do apologize about that. Just noted, like, I just randomly just reloaded itself. So now you get to see your drivers with the yellow banners. I was wondering why it wasn't working. So you got Logan Russell, Wes Wiegand, Robert Richards, Jason Collins, all down pit lane.
Jason Collins was speeding on pit entry.
Oh, no.
We'll see. I think that's what I heard. I was listening to you talk, and then I heard it just kind of in the background. I want to say that's what I picked up, though.
Yeah, I see a lot of trucks loading in now. Well, there you go. Thank you for finally deciding to load with 18 laps to go. As you see Jeremiah Hobbs and Will Weber battling it out for that lead right now. See that 10 truck. He is doing a really good job holding off that 24 Will Weber, but it looks like Will Weber, he's going to get a run coming out of going into turn 3, turn 4. Maybe he's going to ride that top lane. You're going to see that 10 get a actually really good drive out.
As this is somewhere Jeremiah Hobbs wants to be in the lead with just a handful of laps to go, has not picked up a win this season, and he is still looking for win number 1, as he was your points leader for a long time. We were calling him Mr. Consistent. And Jeremiah Hobbs looking to pick up win number 1 here, question mark? That would be nice to see, but right now he's got Will Weber all over the back bumper of his race truck, is that Chevy Silverado, that Ford F-150, locked up in that draft, and they are rolling together. Got Nate Maurer about 2 seconds back, so Jeremiah and them, they're in some good clean air. But we'll see how long it takes for Pack to get built back up and come running out at these race cars. And never mind that, caution is out.
Yeah, you see that 77 of Doug Nail sitting up in the wall there. He is currently sitting on that bubble right now, tied for 11th place. Go back and see what happened here with that 77. Whoa, it looks like Wes Wiegand got up into the back quarter panel, sent him around. Good job on holding the brakes up there on that top lane. We do know it's really steep up there. See, it just looks like maybe the 77 came down just a little bit. Send that 77 around, but looks like everybody else is going to make it out unscathed. Except for that 77 of Doug Neal. It looks like we got a couple of drivers electing to come down pit lane. You got Jeremiah Hobbs, Will Weber, Nate Maurer, Ed Osborne, Joey Doucette, Ronnie Shirk, Travis Twitty, Travis White. A lot of yellow banners coming down that pit lane right now. Jimmy Johnson, Scott Madden, Daniel Worthington, Dakota Shepherd, Josh Lockwood, all coming down that pit lane. So a lot of drivers taking this last-minute gamble Yeah, so it looks like the last time everybody pit, they got Brad Gebhardt was on lap 51. So he is going to be working a strategy here right now. Only, what was that? Been 10 laps ago? No. 16 laps ago. So, no, I'm wrong again. It's 11 laps. Okay, so yeah, he's only got 11 lap old tires. You got Wes Wiegand back there. Wes Wiegand, Jason Collins, Robert Richards, Logan Russell, Christopher Blanchard, and Brian Terry all pit on lap 57. So that lap's pit cycle was the last time everybody, or the last caution was the last time everybody pit. So you got Nate Maurer and company, the ones that came in at lap 60. They're all on fresher tires. So we're going to see how long it takes them to drive up here to that front. As we did see that 48 of, or excuse me, the 42 of Ed Osborne take that two-tire strategy, and he's fallen back to that 16th position. So drove all the way up there to the front, and then that two-tire strategy pushed him all the way back towards the back. So it's going to be interesting to see how this 44 handles this 88 and this 3, as they are also wanting to battle it out. You know, Wes Wiegand was also one of those drivers on that bubble, sitting currently tied for 11th with Daniel Worthington, Trent Cameron, Scott Madden, Doug Neal, Ed Osborne, and Jimmy Johnson. So all those drivers tied for that 11th position. So he is definitely wanting to do a good job tonight, get up there in that top 3, get some points going, so that way he can progress himself further into this playoff system, or excuse me, playoff races. It looks like the caution lights are out. We're going to go green this time around.
All right, and here we go, Chris. It's going to be Brad Gebhardt, who stayed out during that caution period with a couple of drivers who also did as well, I want to say. As we'll see if Brad Gebhardt can hold himself up there in the lead, but Jason Collins going to be sitting in that third place as the pace car is off. He is down pit road safely. You see that restart zone, the blue spot on the track. Down there on the apron, they will hit it, and the green will wave. As Brad Gebhardt going to get off to a decent little start. That idiot of Wes Wiegand also as well getting off to a decent start. So that 3 of Jason Collins, that 48 of Robert Richards now battling door to door as they shoot it off into turn number 1. And so it looks like Jason Collins is going to win that battle into 1. He's going to take that third spot. Looks like on those fresh tires, though, Collins going to be too wide here with Wiegand. As they're going to roll it off a turn 2. It looks like those fresh tires, even though there are just 3-4 laps fresher, 9 laps fresher than that 44. He is rolling, though, past that 88 of Wes Wiegand, and he should slice up that 44 and get past him with ease. Is that 48? Oh, he's tight.
Whoa.
He is big tight. 3 wide behind. Look, he looks like he might have gotten into the apron or something, but that 3 now has opened up the door back for the 88 of Wes Wiegand now to come to his inside, the 48 as well. Good eye by the 44. He had to get out of it just a little bit, though. That 3 was definitely coming up the racetrack, and he was in a hurry. As they now are 2 wide again. Jason Collins going to use those fresh tires up even more to get around that 88 of Wes Wiegand again, and he is going to promote himself back out in the contact. 13 to Brian Terry, 24 Will Weber around.
Looks like everybody was off of the racing line, so the caution will not come out. Whoa, as you see a big battle going on back here for that 3rd, 4th, 5th place position. As you see Brian Terry crashed again, maybe where he stopped on the backstretch might go ahead and teleport to the pits. Yeah, Brian Terry just jumped to the pits, so whoa, look at that. 3 wide back there, Josh, between Nate Maurer, Logan Russell.
Jeremiah Hobbs, and yeah.
Jeremiah Hobbs.
And there's Daniel Worthington appearing back as they are rolling, man. Lap 65, 10 to go this next time by. So that to Logan Russell rolling the inside lane there on that Nos Energy drink number 10 of Logan Russell. Or excuse me, Jeremiah Hobbs. As the 88 of Wes Wiegand now holding on to see Brad Gebhardt, Chris. And look at that 19 of Christopher Blanchard. He's rolling now on that inside lane. That Ford F-150 is starting to get some pace here towards the later runs. As Wes Wiegand now finding that draft back up to that back bumper, the 3 of Jason Collins. And here we go, 2 wide into turn 1 for that 3rd place position. Looks like that 19, though, should set and clear that 44. So you got new third place position, 919 of Christopher Blankard, as they are still racing back there, Chris, for that 5th, 6th, and 7th position. Did you see that? Blankard's towing number 19 of Christopher Blankard. Now he is sitting in that P3 spot. Looks like he's going to work, though, on Wes Wiegand, Chris, 2 wide here for that 2nd place position. So that 19 has found something here in these tires as well. They're going to make a little bit of contact coming out of turn number 4 as they are door banging side by side as they are rolling here.
Yeah, that 19 is sitting in 9th place in the point. So he is also one of those drivers trying to get up here in that front, trying to get as many points as he can. As you see Jason Collins just sitting up there in that front position, currently started in 20th, was not able to qualify, so he has moved up 19 positions, though, to that 1st position. But it looks like that 88 is going to try to make a move on the outside. That 19 is also trying to make a move. Let's see which one of these guys can make it stick and get around that 3. As you see the 88 going around the 3 now.
3 wide behind as well. Man, they are rolling here, Chris. That 88 sticking it to the inside. Will it stick, though, through turn number 1 as they are 2 wide here. That 88 all the way down to that yellow line. Wes Wiegand. Slide job, slide job. No, it's not going to clear. Here comes a 3 back on the outside. Who is the 19 going to go with? Is he going to go to that outside lane? It looks like he's going to stick to the inside. Almost bumper to bumper there with the 88 of Wes Wiegand as they are bump drafting almost. That is a very close gap right there between those 2 cars. But is it going to give that 88 enough room? It looks like it will. That 3 coming back on the outside.
Whoa!
Has contact. The 19 going to spin Jason Collins. And he's into the tire barrier, the water barrels on the end of pit road. The 2nd car we've seen in there tonight. Jason Collins is wrecked.
Yes, it looks like he's stuck in there. Yeah, as you saw that 19 getting into that quarter panel, we're going to stay up here since it's still green flag, and we've got a lot of battles going on up here in this front spot. See that 971 Nate Maurer getting around that 48 of Robert Richards. He's currently sitting in 2nd position with Robert Richards in 3rd. That 16 of Joey Doucette sitting in that 4th place position. Did you see that car blown up? Oh, Jason Collins just stuck in that pit lane. Unfortunate for that 3 of Jason Collins.
Yeah, but the race goes on, my friend. That you hate to see it, but man, that was unfortunate there, dude. Unfortunate. Either way, that 48 of Robert Richards, that 16 of Joey Doucette now, they're going to take the place of those 2 drivers. And Chris, look at that Rex promoted to the top 10, baby.
Yeah, Travis Twitty sitting in that 10th place position, up 13 spots. But it looks like that 16 is going to get around that 48 right now as we were talking about that.
We have 5 laps to the good here, folks, as it's going to be Wes Wiegand, Nate Maurer battling for that race win. As Wiegand sitting in that six-way tie for 11th position. A win here would definitely get him into the playoffs. As you heard it from Chris earlier, winning you're in. As Nate Maurer in that 2nd place position, though, he is going to roll it in front of that 16 of Joey Doucette, who looks like he's going to take that peak to the inside. As it's going to be 2 wide here for just a moment. As he is going to start to creep up there as lap number 72 does hit. 5 laps to go. 5 laps to go. 4 laps to go, excuse me.
Yeah, as you see that 16 of Joey Doucette, he's taking that inside lane, trying his best to get as much track position as he can. As you see him starting to work that inside lane against that 971. It looks like Jason Collins just left pit lane, so it's good to see him still out on the track. Whoa, as you see that 971 getting up there in that top lane. Gonna dive it down on that inside, probably trying to get a run out of turn 2. Looks like, it looks like you get a little loose there.
Joe Doucette looking for a way around this 971, Chris. He is sitting in 8th in points, so all these guys racing here in this little shebang besides, I want to say, Robert Richards, who's 23rd in points. So this is it, man. This is it. You've got to win. You've got to win here tonight to pick up those highest position in points. You've just got to do it. I feel like it's going to be like that for the rest of the playoffs as we're at 2 to go, Chris.
Yeah, as you see that 88 of West Wiegand diving it down on that inside lane, just trying his best to get away from this 971 and that 16. Coming up on that lap traffic there, that's 44 Brad Gebhardt. He's going to be the last person on the lead lap. See that 16 all over the back bumper there of that 971.
Whoa, Gebhardt of the wall.
All right, so white flag is out. So right now it's West Wiegand in the lead with Nate Maurer and that 16.
16 bumping the 971, Chris. It ain't over. Well, that 971's going to have a good run here out of turn 2. Good run here coming from Nate Maurer. 16's going to go, though. It's going to cut that run off. Here comes the 16 now to the inside, excuse me. He's going to peak. He's going to peak. Will he have the run? Coming out of turn number 3, Chris. White flag. West Wiegand going to hold the guys off. Nate Maurer going to wash high. That's going to open the door for the 16. This is going to be a photo finish for second, maybe. No, but it's going to be the checkered 88 West Wiegand. He's going to win here at Michigan. 971 and Nate Maurer going to take that second place with Joey Doucette in what was a great finish. That was awesome racing from all the guys out here tonight. And it was just awesome show. Woo, that was good.
Yeah, as you see, West Wiegand currently sitting in that tied position. Looking for that win is going to net him up there in a higher position. So the points, like we were saying, you get 50 points for, I don't remember the exact points. I don't want to go out and saying the wrong points, but they are so many points that you get per race, so it works its way down. So we'll just use an example. So you get like 50 points for first, 49 for second, 48 for third, and so on and so forth. So the stage winner gets 10 minus 1 all the way down to 10th, who gets 1 point. So the stage goes down like that. So the stage points will get added on to the end of it. But right now we got West Wiegand burning it down.
Good old healthy burnout coming in from West Wiegand, who, if I'm not mistaken, this is his first win of the season, Chris. Yeah. So Wiegand picking up his first win of the season to lock himself into the playoffs. So heck yeah, good job to that 88, man. That is what you like to see. Oh, he's got to do the wall burnout. Heck yeah. Okay, we'll have to make sure if it locks you in or not. But either way, West Wiegand's going to promote himself up with some good points. So if we do give out some false information there, we do apologize, and don't take our word for that.
Still trying to learn the point system. I'm getting it slowly, but still trying to figure out how they add all the points and everything up. But yeah, that 88 of West Wiegand, like he needed a good finish here tonight, and it's good to see him promote himself up into that first place position.
All right, well, we're going to go ahead and run here through our unofficial results before we get a word with our first, second, and third place finishers. First is going to go, obviously, to that 88 right there who had just a killer truck tonight. Looks like the only person that could have came in who battled with him was that 3 of Jason Collins there towards the end, but unfortunately taken out by that 19 of Christopher Blanchard. Sure, we'll hear some more things about that later in the week. But either way, West Wiegand, he's going to pick up that win in that number 88 Chevy Silverado. West Wiegand is going to pick up his first win of the season and get him some good position in the playoffs with that. Nate Maurer, he is going to be in that P2 position with that 971, who currently was sitting in that second place in points. That's going to help promote him up some and probably help him stay in that second place. Joey Doucette sitting in third place tonight in that number 16 machine. He is sitting currently 8th in points. So that is going to give him a good little points boost here tonight. Logan Russell in P4 here. And I think he was one spot out of the playoffs. He was 17th in points coming in. So yeah, it either way, he is going to be P4. Robert Richards going to be P5 with Scott Madden at 22 machine in P6. Jeremiah Hobbs, your one of your points runners, he's currently sitting P7. He is going to finish in P7. And then, man, look who it is, Chris. Travis Twitty. I heard him say over the radio right at the end, I finished a race with a 0 times. Can you believe that? And he finished in the top 10, baby. That 29, Travis Twitty, he is going to take it all the way to P8. Good run there. Shout out to you, Travis. Big love. Love to see it. And heck yeah, good run, man. Daniel Worthington in that 113, he is going to be picking up that P9 spot. Christopher Blankard in that 19 truck, he's going to be picking up P10 with Travis White in P11. Dakota Shepard P12 with Ed Osborne P13. Ronnie Shirk P14 with Will Weber in P15. Jimmy Johnson P16 with Josh Lockwood P17. Brad Gebhardt P18. Doug Nill P19. Michael Brizzen 20th with Jason Collins in 21st. Brian Terry 22nd. Trent Cameron 23rd. And C.J. Mason in that 24th spot. Let's see. Looks like we have Wes ready, but I'm trying to see if anyone else is in Discord. See Mauer. Let's see, dude. Okay, oh, there they are. They all just moved in while I was looking for them. All right, so we're going to go ahead and have a word with that 16 machine, Joey Doucette, and see what he has to say after that P3 finish here at Michigan. Joey Doucette, Chris and Josh in the Bluegrass booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yeah, I got a copy.
Heck yeah, man. P3 here tonight at Michigan. That was a race that we were speaking of earlier. You had to be on your point, and you were definitely on your point here tonight. You picked up P3. Some good points here rolling through the championship for you as we'll take a P3, and you had a good little run here. You definitely there towards the end, like you might have had a car to get up there and run with that 88 of West Wigan as we saw you on that run there. Kind of got stalled out, though, with Nate Mauer, making that race car just a little bit wider. But either way, from your eyes, Joey, how did it feel picking up that P3? And, how you feeling after tonight here at Michigan?
I feel pretty good, guys. That little wreck that happened maybe with like 10 to go, 5 to go with Jason helped me get up there. And then I had the long run speed. And I was behind my teammate Nate and wanted to try to give him a push, but I was kind of scared of bumping him and then him losing it. So I backed off a little bit and tried to race him for second. Wish I could have got around him and battled for the lead, but hey, P3, I'll take it.
Okay, man, you did one heck of a job tonight in that 16 machine, and we saw you out there 2 wide, 3 wide. You were just running with everybody, and it looked good. And I'm sure it felt good picking up that P3, and nice to hear a little bit of the respect with the teammate. Makes sense why you weren't going as hard as we were expecting you to.
Right, yeah. Respect to, I mean, I would have done it probably to any other driver too, especially being a podium finish. Just getting the points in the chase is the big key. I don't want to be wrecked, and lose all that points. So I'll just take that P3 going into Darlington because I'm not good at Darlington. So hopefully I got that cushion not to get eliminated.
Well, hey, Joey, congratulations, man, on that P3 here tonight. And you got any final thoughts, any final words before we let you go tonight?
I'd like just to thank my family, my friends, my teammates, Doug, Travis, Nate. It was a great top 2-3 finish for the Simbach boys. So, hey, I'm just happy to be here, man. And thank you for the broadcast.
Oh, thank you. And we're glad to have you here, Joey. And hopefully we'll be talking to you more in the future, man. Maybe not next week at Darlington, since you said you hate it there.
No, I'm just trying to get my first win in this league, and I'll be happy.
Hey, well, good vibes your way, man. Hopefully we'll see you in victory lane here soon, Joey. Congrats on the P3, and hey, don't celebrate too much tonight.
Thanks, guys. You have a good one.
Thank you, buddy. You too. All right, and that was the 16 of Joey Doucette. Going to go ahead and bring up Nate Mauer. Have a word with P2. Nate Mauer, Chris and Josh in the Bluegrass booth. You got a copy, buddy?
I got you guys. How you doing tonight?
Doing awesome, man. Always a pleasure to speak with you, Nate. And hey, it feels like it's been a minute since we've had to the pleasure of conversating. But hey, I'm excited to now be able to talk to you here in the booth again. Is that 971 machine? She looked fast, man. You came up through the field a couple times, and there towards the end, you like you had the truck to hang with Wiegand, but that 88 machine just had just that little bit of extra juice. It seemed like. How did it feel going out there through the night? Not a lot of cautions, a lot of green flag strategy playing in. Did it feel coming from the back seat kinda and putting yourself in the position you did, finishing P2?
First off, I hate this track. It's a super speedway. I always say scrubs when it's super speedways, but here I am up in P2, and maybe I am a scrub anymore. I haven't talked to you guys in weeks. But yeah, nah, first off, happy that my teammate Joey finally had some luck rolling his way, and congratulations to Wes. I know him and my teammate got into it, but that was not Wes's fault. Hey, everyone's racing so hard here. But no, first, second lap, I don't know what happened in the backstretch in front of me, but I shot down the inside. I went to Hoy to the infield. I was like, I'm just going to the back. I'm just going to let everybody else race and wreck. And that's just kind of what I did. I just kind of hung around the back, and then once things kind of opened up, I just started working my way up to the front. And I didn't want to see that last caution because I chose to pit there with like the second or third caution, the second to last caution there. Some of us chose to pit like Jason, so we can only make it on one more stop. And I was not happy to see that last caution there. But no, it was fun trying to come up through the field. I'm just not a big fan of this track. You know, you get around somebody, and the next turn they just go up and dive bomb you, and then you got the run off the top. They just go up and block you, and then you don't really want to give them a bumper, but you kind of do. And yeah, I saved everything I had there for Wes at the last lap. And yeah, me and Joey just didn't communicate well enough there. I should have told him I was going to have a run coming off of turn 2 on him to give me a bump, and yeah, we just didn't communicate good enough there in the last lap. But I told him going the last lap, I said I don't care. I said I don't care if we're teammates. Let's race hard and let's just not wreck each other. That's kind of what we're going for there.
Heck yeah, man. It was fun to see the battle not only between you and your teammate, but the battle between you and that 88. It looked like for a moment you could have had something for him, but either way, man, still good to talk to you again, Nate. It's always, like we said, a pleasure to have you up here in the booth. And hey, you did one hell of a job willing it up here to a track that you do not like. So, no, we got Darlington next week. Not sure how you feel about that, but
love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Well, hey, we've got the reaction there already. So hopefully we'll be talking to you in the booth, man, at Darlington, and good luck in the rest of your, or not good luck, but good luck there not only. And hey, have a good rest of your night, man, and we'll be talking to you hopefully next week.
Yeah, hey, I don't know everybody else that's listening to this right now, but you boys have gotten, not saying you guys are bad at your first broadcasts back to your SRM days, but you guys have gotten better and better and better every race. I just think you guys are doing a fantastic job up there, and I'm glad that Jason decided to pull you guys on board full time now to broadcast us. I love listening to you guys. The best part is that you guys are brothers, and I don't know if you're in the same room or not, but it just makes me laugh.
I bang on his wall, bro, when I want him to stop talking and stuff. So yeah, we got that immersion, you know.
I get some visuals in my head, just what all goes on. Sometimes I watch the Cup Series. You guys are screaming sometimes when stuff's going on, and it just makes me laugh. But hey, you guys have a good night. And shout out to Simbox Motorsports. If you guys need a button box, hit up Simbox on Facebook. Have a good night, guys. See you next week, hopefully.
All right, see you, Nate. All right, well, that was Nate Maurer, your P2 sitter. We're gonna have a word with your winner, Wes Wiegand. Wes, this is Chris and Josh in the booth. Sorry for the wait, buddy, but hey, you got a copy?
Yes, sir. I got you.
Heck yes, man. Picking up the first win here of the season, and you picked it up in good fashion. I mean, you were the truck to beat tonight. Everybody and their mom had a run at you there at the end, and you were just swatting them away like flies. And eventually, that 88 machine came away with the win. And hey, I am so glad that we are able to finally talk to you, Wes. And how are you feeling after that P1, getting that monkey off your back and rolling into the playoffs here? You know, that's going to boost that momentum even more. So congratulations on that. And how you feeling after that first place finish?
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. That's a big monkey off my shoulders right there. I've been trying to win in this series for, this is the third season. So it's been a tough battle, but it's it's paid off tonight. Jason was tough. Feel bad for issues he had there with Blanchard. I think he was going to be, he was going to be there. And then I feel bad for Doug Neal. I know they said it wasn't my fault. I think it was just a racing deal. It's just racing contact, I guess. So that was awesome, man.
Heck yeah, it was awesome. You put on one heck of a show up there in the lead, man. And like we were saying, people were coming back and just coming at you, and you just were able to get those runs no matter where. That outside lane seemed to be working for you tonight. Inside lane seemed to be working for you. You just seemed like you were bad fast. So obviously the experience showing here at Michigan, because not a lot of guys like it here. But hey, if it just shows if you're one heck of a wheel man and you know the track, you can get it done in West tonight. That experience definitely showed as you did get that idiot machine up there and like you were on rails. I love that saying. You were definitely out there hauling the mill though. But hey, Wes, again, congratulations, buddy, on that P1. If you've got any final thoughts, final words, shout outs, anything like that, you can go ahead and throw them out, man, and we will let you get going here tonight.
Yeah, definitely got to say I enjoy this track. It races like Daytona and Talladega. You got to keep the momentum. It fits my style. I feel like I'm good those places. I got to thank my teammates at Flex Motorsports, Dan and Dakota. I know they had some tough luck tonight, but we're getting better. I got to thank Milner Media and Design. He throws some killer wraps on our trucks. 41 Shocks, All-Star RC Dirt Series, everything that makes this go. I got to thank Jason for the series. He does a great job. I know I've caused some people to want to hate me, but it's been a blast, and I look forward to the future. Thank you guys for doing the broadcast, and definitely got to thank my wife for putting up with me and letting me do this. It's been fun.
Heck yeah, man. Well, hey, congratulations on your first win, man. That is awesome that you've been here battling out for so long and able to pick up the first win in not only style but in a dramatic way too. A lot of beating and banging coming into that last lap behind you, and it was looking like it was just going to be an all-out war to get up there to that first spot. But you were able to hold them off, and not only did you get it done here tonight, you got it done in fashion, and it was a pleasure to watch you wheel that 88 up into victory lane. And hey, we just want to say a big shout out to you though, Wes, because it's drivers like you that bring us back here. We just enjoy calling not only the league but having words with you guys on the first wins or whenever it is. It's just enjoyment. So hey, again, congratulations, Wes. We'll let you get out of here and good luck in the rest of your week, and we'll see you next week in Darlington.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, buddy. Have a good night. All right. Well, hey, this has been Chris and Josh Kiwis up here in the Bluegrass booth. Man, it feels so sweet to say that. As we are getting ready to go off air here, we are going to remind you Tuesday night next week, it'll be at Darlington. But hey, don't get too far ahead of yourself, because tomorrow night, Cup Series here at Michigan, it'll be a fun one. We will see some good beating, banging, and we will definitely see the yeehaw racing we saw here tonight. These drivers were getting down dirty and just putting it to each other. Don't expect anything less from the Cup Series guys. So make sure to be here tomorrow night, same time, 9 p.m., as we will get ready to go here with the Cup Series at Michigan. And then next week, we will be racing at Darlington in the trucks. And then we'll remind you about the Cup Series for the next tomorrow. You're not special enough for that, wink, wink. Just kidding. Love you guys. But hey, either way, hope you had a great night. I think Chris has a few words to say before we let you go. And yeah.
Yeah, I was just going to say I was going to have the points up tonight at the end of the race, but I do not actually have anything up here. So I will have a post going up on Facebook with the updated points as soon as I get them. So just letting y'all know that I was going to have it before we went off, but they have not updated yet. So just giving y'all a heads up on that. I will have a post on the Facebook with the updated points.
Well, hey, again, if you're on Facebook, make sure to hit that like button. If you're on YouTube, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Click that little notification bell. Make it ding, make it ring, make it sing when we go live, because you don't want to miss any of the Bluegrass action on the Bluegrass Media pages. Well, hey, this has been Chris and Josh in the Bluegrass Media booth. We hope we see you tomorrow night for the Cup Series here at 9 p.m. and next week, next Tuesday, if the Truck Series is more your thing, at Darlington. The Cup Series will be there as well if your Darlington's more your thing. So, hey, we've got everything to fit everybody. So, hey, we do hope you guys have a good night, and we will be seeing you back next weekend. Have a safe week, and yeah, this is Chris and Josh signing off.